So apparently, George Lopez walked out on his show. That's right. He got angry. He walked out. The fans are mad. The casino's mad. But I don't think he did anything wrong. Let's talk about it.
Best podcast in Long Beach, California. This is Tacos and Workouts.
What it is.
Podcast.
Yo, what it is with the best podcast in Long Beach, California. All right, so you've heard about it already, right? George Lopez, he had a comedy show at a casino here in California, and he walked out on the audience, and people were upset, right? Even the casino was upset, right? And people were complaining, and I don't think he did anything wrong. I really don't.
George Lopez used baseball rules at his recent comedy show, giving his fans 3 warnings to stop interrupting before storming offstage in new footage obtained by TMZ. The new clips show the comedian at Eagle Mountain Casino Friday night in the middle of a marijuana bit when the ruckus kicks off, upsetting George, who's clearly trying to get through his set. It's all going fine until a fan yells out something that isn't just a cheer, though it doesn't necessarily sound like heckling. GL's frustration shines through, and he ominously says, "That's one." However, it seems the audience thinks the famed comedian's cracking a joke cause a smattering of laughter ripples through the crowd, and as he tries to restart, he hears a comment and brings the tally up to 2. The straw that breaks the camel's back: a woman asking if she can buy George a drink brings Lopez to his feet. He put the MIC into the stand and tells the crowd he can't continue through their yelling.
Look, reports say that he was being heckled, and you know what? The casino's blaming George security for not doing their job, and you know how that goes, right? But for you who do not know what it is to be a comic, what it is to be standing in front of 100 people, you know, in front of 500 people, trying to do your comedy, and you have hecklers just yelling dumb comments. They think they're helping, but they're not. They're just ruining the experience for everybody else. It's something different.
The crowd protests, and Lopez responds by saying he may seem like a world-class a-hole, but actually he's in the middle of his job and he needs the audience to stop yelling. George tells the audience to just sit there, no need to say anything if they don't like it before they begin to boo, and Lopez leaves. We told you all about this yesterday. Fans shared a video of the aftermath of this incident, and Eagle Mountain shaded Lopez in an IG post, saying he let his fans down. Lopez's team responded by saying the casino overserved the unruly crowd and couldn't provide a safe environment, calling the venue security inadequate.
Look, George gave warning, telling the crowd to settle down, that he wanted to get through this. He wanted to do his job. You know, George has been around for quite a long time. He saw the way the audience was going. He knew that after a certain point, he probably couldn't, you know, perform to his optimal level. People probably just kept on talking. People just making noise, making comments. And look, this is what comedy has become. A lot of people now see these Instagram reels about comedians talking to fans, and they go back and forth, right? And they think, oh, that's acceptable now. That's what comedy is now. I go to a comedy show and I can be as obnoxious as I want to, and as loud as I want to, and that's part of the show. No, it's not. If you feel that you want to be part of the show, be a comic. Do an open mic. Do a stand-up. Do something. Put yourself on that side. Because it's easy to sit in the audience and be a jerk and just ruin everybody's experience. But it's totally different when you're on stage. Look, once myself, I was in a situation where I had to perform in front of 50 people. It was a new club. It was a new venue for me. I had never performed in this location. And there was 3 heavy-set women who just kept on ruining the night, not just for me, but for all the comics that went on stage. Finally, the headliner turned to those 3 plus-size women and told them, hey, shut the fuck up. You're ruining the show for everybody. Because that's what it is. And here we go with these hecklers ruining the possibility for newer talent. They don't know that what they're doing is damaging somebody's career. It's like, the club owner looked at me and goes, I don't know about you. And I'm like, okay, well, I know what happened, right? And then I turn around, I do a big club, knock it out of the park. And sometimes people say, oh, it's you, it's that you're not funny, or no, it's like, look, I perform all over LA, big comedy clubs, right? Why is it that I'm able to walk into a room where there's 100 people and it's a comedy show and I could make them all laugh? But I walk into a little bar where there's only like 15 people and suddenly I suck or I'm not good. It's because you don't understand how to be a correct audience member. You don't understand what it is to be at an actual comedy show, because let's be honest, you've probably never been in a comedy show. And George is right. The expectation of the audience is this. You go to a comedy show, you expect to have a good time. You're there to listen. It's like a movie, right? You laugh at parts that you think it's funny. And if you don't think that the comedy show is that funny at all, then you have two options. You could either sit there quietly for the rest of the show, or you could get up and leave. No one's forcing you to be there. But to be yelling out and ruining the experience for everybody, that's uncalled for. And that's something you do not do at any comedy show. Yeah, so that's how it goes. You know what? You go to a comedy show, the expectation is to have fun, right? And if it doesn't go that way, well, you know what to do. Listen, man, at the end of the day, it's all about laughter. It's all about enjoying oneself. It's about having a good experience. So when you go to these comedy shows, try to make it a good experience for yourself as everybody around you. Because think about it. People spend their time, spend their money, they travel, the gas, right? The expense of the room, etc. Yada yada yada. There's a lot of stuff so you know what? Let's all just get together, boogie down, have a good time. That's at the end of the day, that's what matters. You know what? Reminder. Yes, I am a comic. Yes, I have a YouTube channel. Yes, I have a podcast. You can reach out to me at any platform. If you want to send me an email, send it to iamlittlehater@gmail.com. And we could talk about a topic that you want to talk about. This podcast is also on Spotify. It's under the What It Is podcast on Spotify. You found us here on YouTube under the Tacos and Workouts. We are also on Instagram under Tacos and Workouts. Do me a huge favor. Subscribe to the channel so you can enjoy more videos like these. And lastly, check out one of my comedy videos. And furthermore, I invite you to come out to one of my comedy shows. That's right. I produce the biggest comedy shows in East LA. That's right. I said it, in East LA. And the name of my comedy shows are called Tacos and Comedy. You see what I did there? Tacos and Workouts, Tacos and Comedy. You get it. All right, look, I would love to have you on one of my comedy shows. I gave you all the information. So all you need to do now is subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you, guys.